Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Oh, you know I love me some Acetech. Once again, the lovely boys and girls over there at Acetech has blessed your boy Airsoft Mike with some new products. And this is the first one I want to show you. This is the all-new Predator X, or if you like, Predator X. I feel like one of the team.
This is another Airsoft Mike production.
Right, let's get this open. And again, you know, if you've been with my channel for a while, you will know I have been looking at Acetech products practically from when they first began. I remember the people behind Acetech used to be with Acetech. They left, they branched out, made their own company called Acetech, and they got in contact with me and started sending me stuff. So yeah, I do have a soft spot in my heart for Acetech, but that does not mean I will not call it out if there's something I don't like. So as always, you get an instruction manual. There should be English on one side. Oh, on one of the panels, yes. So as you can see, there's different languages and there's your English. And then of late, they've been given these neat little envelope things, which I think is really cool, that contains some stickers, or a sticker. Nice. You have a USB cable. Oh, you have got to be, no.
Please, no, 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 no!
No, we want USB-C. Even these lot are being forced to move over to USB-C for the 15. Come on. Anywho, rant over. Would you look at this beauty? Okay, let's just get it out of the seal. Now, let me tell you straight away what I love about this. I love that they've given us a new version of the Predator and this sort of size. Absolutely love it. Absolutely going to look awesome on your primaries, because, you know, of late, Acetech has been giving us some very cool little tracer units, for example, yes, and it's really, and I love these, don't get me wrong, these are awesome, but it is nice now and again to get a full-size can. What I like about this, if you look at it at a glance, both ends look identical. And you're probably thinking, wait a minute, which end goes onto your, you know what? Well, look, this side right here, if you look carefully, it's smooth in there. So basically that's where the BBs are gonna come flying out, and it's the same side as the actual logo and branding. And if you look on the other side, you can see it's threaded. And by the way, that's 14mm counterclockwise. So looking at it externally, it's a full metal build, nice. Again, loving the logo and how it's all put there, Predator X. And then right here, a nice bit of grippage. Anti-slip grip right there, very nice. And it really is grippy. I don't know if I can get it in even closer, but it's extremely fine checkering. Can you see that? Nice. Now, what I love about this, it actually has one of Acetech's smaller tracer modules inside this, okay? Let me just show you. And the cool feature on this as well, although it's rechargeable, you can replace the rechargeable battery if you wish. Look. Look, it's a little AAA rechargeable battery. Excellent move, because what that means, you know how a lot of rechargeable products, not just Acetech stuff or even anything to do with airsoft, it could be phones, it could be anything that's rechargeable, a lot of the times you don't have the option of replacing the built-in rechargeable cell. With this bad boy, Acetech has made it extremely easy for you to do it. So let's just say like in 10 years time or whenever the battery performance starts to drop, not a problem, just whip it out and put in a new one. Now, if you're wondering what tracer module is inside the Predator X, it's this bad boy, the Acetech AT2000R. Nice, the one that does green and red BBs. Get in. Right, let me just give you a quick look around this module before I charge it up. As you can see there, you've got a QR code there. and all the info right there. You've got an actual charging indicator right there on the module. As I turn it around, I've shown you this side already. That's just a bit of blank space. It looks like you put a battery there, but you don't. I suppose you could put a spare one there. But anyway, yeah, you've got your Acetech brand in there. There's your rechargeable battery, as I showed you earlier. And of course, as you can see, there's a little plastic tab that you've got to pull out before you charge. Pull that out and throw it away. Looking on this side, you have your micro USB socket for charging. And let me just show you inside the can itself. So on one side, or one end, you're going to have the module. And on the other end, obviously, because that is so small, you need something to keep that in place. You don't want it rattling around. And if you look carefully inside there, you can see it's got a big old spring in there. And that keeps that module nice and secure from moving around. Right, as you can see, I've taken out the little plastic tab. It's time to charge this bad boy up. Getting super excited. I must say, even though this looks like a AAA sized battery, which basically it is, do not put a normal AAA sized battery in this thinking you can use that instead if this is dead. Because look, even though it's the same size as a regular AAA sized batteries, these are only 1.5, whereas this bad boy inside the module is 3.7 volts. Oh, and by the way, this little red button on the top, that's your power button. However, if you leave this bad boy idle for around 40 minutes, it will shut down all on its own. Nice. Oh, also, when the battery is low, you'll get an indicator on there showing you that the battery is low, and it will also shut down. Now, of course, if ever you take this module out of the can, sometimes you might think, oh, which way around does it go back in again? Because remember, the can looks pretty identical on either sides. Well, if you look carefully on the module itself, it literally shows you which way the BB has to travel through it. Now, when you are putting it all back together, remember that arrow pointing that the BB has to travel through the tracer module that way? That means that the module has to be here at the rear. Now, of course, the spring in there will stop you from pushing it any further. So that's a big clue as to where this needs to go. And of course, you need to put the cap back on the rear. And the cap that I've taken off is the part that has the thread on it. Do you get it now? Because the thread will go on the front of your pew. So when I drop this in, this should bounce like it's on a trampoline. And of course, another indicator to show that you've got it back in the can the right way around is that your power button should be staring right back at you. And then you put the cap back on. Right, let me just turn it on. You should see a little green flashing light. There you go. This bad boy's ready to rumble. Right, now, decisions. What should I put this on? I want to put this on something tasty. Nice. Full Metal Tokyo Marui, anybody? HK? Nice. Do you know, I've always thought it's amazing what a bit of lighting does, especially when you're into filming and everything. If you look at this backdrop here, it almost looks like a solid white wall. But watch when I turn down the studio lights. What you're actually looking at is a crumbled old piece of backdrop. And when you put the lights on, it just washes it out and makes it look more neater. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier on, this Predator X, okay, so it's the latest variation of the Predators. It does both red and green BBs. Now, technically, it's the actual module inside that does the actual lighting up. So it's the AT2000R, but combined, you just call it the Predator X. So it does red or green, and what I love about this bad boy, there's no complicated pressing this to program that and doodah this and doodah that. No. You put green BBs or green traces in there, it will spit out green traces. You put red ones, it will spit out red traces. So what I've done is I've put a mixture of the two. At first, you're just going to see a few reds, then it's going to start gradually going into green. Okay, ready? Now, it's not completely dark in here, as you can see. Right, so as you can see, I've made it even darker in here, and I've gone back a little bit further, because sometimes when I'm too close to what I'm slinging the BBs at, it doesn't give enough distance for you to see the actual BBs light up enough. but trust me, every single BB is lit up. And here we go. I've got a mixture of green and red. Woohoo! Now, another good thing about the Acetech Predator X is that you can configure this bad boy how you want in terms of how it looks. So for example, right now, you can see that it's configured this way around so that the logo and everything is at the front and that your anti-slip grip right here is near the rear. Now remember when I showed you that both ends look identical, like the caps? Well, you could literally swap it around. Watch. Now you have the grip part at the front and the logo near the rear. Nice. But I'll be honest with you, I think how it comes out of the box is the best look for me. So I want to say a huge thank you to Acetech once again for hooking your boy up with some of your new goodies. Now this is one of a few stuff that they're bringing out this year, and again, I love the simplicity of that. I love how it looks, and I love that you can use red or green tracer BBs, and I like how you don't need to program anything or anything like that. It's literally plug and play, as it were. However, micro USB Acetech? But hey, put that aside, I like it. Thanks again, Acetech.